Now, the Ameri deal has been trending for the whole day, and I guess you know why. Boachi Ejako is gone, has been sacked, and it looks like public pressure against the renegotiated Ameri deal caused his downfall. For someone who knows his numbers, this time around, he got the deal wrong. For now, the news is one-sided, but the dismissed energy minister posted on Facebook that when the dust settles, he will tell his side of the story. As you can see that post on your screens, he posted that when the dust settles, he will tell his story. So the dust should settle very quickly. But we asked you, how do you rate his performance? And also, what do you remember him for?
I think his release is a step in the right direction. It's a awakening call for everyone, especially the government appointees. This is a time for them to reflect and ponder on their mandates and not to step beyond what they've been given vis-a-vis their mandate. And when you ask me what I'll remember him of, basically I think his bow tie. Yes, the way he does his bow tie and the way he talks, one way or the other, we'll miss him, especially with the names Shwaya Mobo, Kwati Abwa, Echenim Nyansa. Yes, we will so much remember him of these towns.
Though the minister, as I'm told, is a very competent man. But, well, as it has happened, I think the right thing to do is what the president has done. The president made mention that he has come to protect the public purse. And therefore, everything that he's supposed to do to ensure that the public purse is protected, he has to do that. And then we expect more of him to do. We expect more from him to do.
When he was being vetted, during the vetting committee by Parliament, the way he talks, his position whenever he's being asked a question, the way he put the question, the way he just wants you to let you know that he knows what he's saying. You understand? For me, he being living of this position is not a bad thing. But him as a personality, I just respect him so much.
Well, so you've let us know how you remember the energy minister, or the former energy minister, Mapito. How do you remember the former energy?
Honestly, I have no idea. Okay. To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in my case, I'd say that the reason why we're enjoying reduced electricity tariffs is because he made it possible.
So no doomso.
Yeah.
No doomso.
So you can give that to him as well. Yeah. But the last official event where we heard him speak, public outing, was in Parliament, and this is what he said.
I now understand why the honourable member from Ebrim belongs to a happy lot. For coming from a constituency with such names, you can only be happy. Mr. Speaker, for the communities in the Ebrim constituency, namely Shirahantai, Trinyenso, Echenim Nyansa, Kwati Abwa, Shwaya Mobo. And indeed, that is so.
Indeed, that is so. Let's get onto Facebook and read some of your comments there. Prissy Equia says Mama did all the job for him. Okay, let's check out the reply over there, because I'm not sure exactly what you mean by Mama did all the job for him. Prissy Equia, okay. I don't know exactly what you're trying to do. Hey, Miss Bond says, how can I remember him when he had not added a single megawatt of power? Then Nana questions, Margin power system is all about adding megawatts. For your information, Ghana now has more than enough megawatts on our grid. The biggest problem now with our grid is distribution, transmission, system efficiency, and financial efficiency. Why should he keep adding megawatts while we're trying to dispose some of them? Mama administration did not look at the Doomso problem holistically. They only looked at the problem from generation point and over-contracted generation, thereby putting the country into unnecessary financial obligations. Apia Kusi says, as a corrupt official of homemade colonial masters, the president fear to ask Rawlings about... Nah, I don't get this one. Kafuye says, pathological liar and entangled himself with controversy to the extent that he became incompetent and he dug that merry hole too deep, he couldn't get out of it, and the cabal buried him in. He will be smart next time.
All right, let's go to Adam, who says, during the Dumso era, I remember him very well that he emphatically keeps on saying that Dumso is not an engineering problem, but purely financial matter. And behold, clearly they gave the energy sector to him. He clearly proves that indeed he's a master of the vacancy. Today, Dumso is no more with us again, and we pray not to see the bad days of Ghana anymore. Let's see if we could go to Echo Dadzi Evidence, who says, now that the energy minister is no more, who will supply electricity to Israel? You'd like to finish that for me? And Dominic says, I will give him 8 out of 10. And Ayi Felix says, the man speaks impeccable English and I loved him for that. But I think the whole scandal was a conspiracy to defraud the state. The bigger fishes need to be booted out as well. Hashtag, this corrupt regime must fall. Now, speculations are rife about imminent reshuffle. These are not good times to be a minister of state. Looks like our president is not joking at all. So we want to know, who would you want to see out of government and why? Don't keep your lists close to your chest. Share it with us.
I don't see the need for us to have a head of institutions and yet still keep ministers and even have senior minister to supervise this minister. And most of these ministers, excuse me to say, don't make sense in most of their decisions. Minister for, is it Zongo or something? Yeah, that ministry, I don't see what it really does, because, you know, you have Minister of Works and Housing, and you bring Minister of Zongo and Rural and the private, and still we are not seeing any changes.
110 ministers, it is having a burden on the public purse. If the president have seen that the number is too much, you want to reduce it to 80, I think it's good. The rest, the 30, the salaries that will go to them can be used to do other things, and I think it's a very good initiative.
Yes, I support his initiative that is to reshuffle, and then even if you can go even further to MMDCs too, I'll be very much happy about that as well. Yeah, simple because at times when they have the position or when they get the nod to work for the government, they sometimes think that, I mean, that is all. And what it's supposed to do, they sometimes even ignore it.
I believe initially the president in his own capacity with the advice of Council of State thought it wise that appointing more than 90 ministers, as it were, would help his vision as a ministry come to bear. But if after several deliberation and perusal of their work, and in his own discretion fails and actually sees that they are not apt to task and there is a need for them to downsize or cut down the number, as long as it's going to help his vision as a president come to bear, it's a step in the right direction.
All right, let's see what you guys have been saying on Facebook. Bio Jeremiah says, Zongo Ministry, Special Development Ministry, Senior Ministry, Sanitation Ministry. The above ministry should be scrapped immediately. Duplication of duties of some of those ministries. As for Railway Ministry, it should be remained intact. And Money Weather replied to that comment and says, add Works and Housing Ministry. Let's go to Daniel, who says, yes, I wish to see a massive reshuffle. It is obvious that most of the Nanado ministers are simply moribund and basically unnecessary. And a ministry like Senior Minister, Special Initiative, Business Development, and many others are just not doing anything, yet are drawing agonious salaries from the salaries from the ordinary poor taxpayer.
All right, Enoch Mensah says, Minister for Sanitation, Senior Minister, Minister for Special Initiatives, and there's more there. Okay, so Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation. What is he monitoring, you're asking? Minister for Zongo and Inner Cities, Minister for Development and Planning. All these ministers should go. Dav Maxwell says, the president. And so, really? That's the question we ask you. Yakubu says, Andrew Baumian should take deputy ministerial role. Gabriel Chidako and the Safo president and vice. Thank you.
And then Barbara Barton says, everyone, including the misled doggy president. Okay. And Nakata Una says, who cares? President should do what he wants. All I think about is God's grace.
And Kwejo Bache says, another matrai makwe.
All right, I'm going to take the last comment from Agnes, who says, Sanitation Minister, Minister at Large, and Senior Minister. So Israel, one thing you'd like to do for the rest of your life for free, what would it be?
For free?
Yes. So for example, me, I would travel the world for free. Would you want to be supplied with food for free, get clothing for free? In life, what's that one thing you'd like to do for free?
What I want for free, I'm not sure I want to share with the public. On national TV?
You can share it with me. I won't tell anyone. No one is looking. No one is looking. Trust me. Trust me. Everyone's TV is off. Just tell me quickly, quickly.
I ain't gonna tell you.
You ain't gonna tell me. Okay. Okay. Let's see what people on the streets have been saying.
I'll go to the orphanage house, looking for after those who don't have anybody to take care of. Normally, when you come to the streets of Accra, we have a lot of wayward children. We have a whole lot of carriers who don't even have any place to sleep. So if I am supposed to help, those are the people that I'll help.
Actually, I can teach or preach the word of God for free. That's the only thing I can do for free.
Actually, when given, you shouldn't expect anything in return. So I think I should open orphanages and just help the orphans out without anybody paying me.
I'd love to be a philanthropist. I love helping children, especially from the less privileged. Children who unfortunately did not get the privilege to go to schools. If by the grace of God it's within my means to help them, I would love to help them.
Before we take our comments, you still don't want to tell me?
Okay, I love to travel for free as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's go to Facebook. Kwesi Boating says, go to heaven for free because the pass mark is too high. And Sharif Sulemana says, I'll teach for free. Learning is very necessary to be able to teach, and it also shields its practitioner from suffering, constipation of facts. Quite apart, it is said that the best of all is one who learns and teaches to others what is learned.
Mustafa Yakubu says, putting smiles on the faces of the less privileged in society. That's a noble cause. Philip Huma says, I'll put up better infrastructure for students living in deprived areas. Triple M says, I would have loved to go to heaven for free because it's not easy to live a righteous life. At times you even consider hell because heaven going is too hard. Abraham Smith says, helping those who want to settle in Europe because Africa is too hot. And Kobna says, free fresh haircut. Okay. Berima says, be a taxi driver in heaven. Why a taxi driver in heaven? Yeah, they probably don't have taxis in heaven. Afa says, teaching and winning souls for Christ, evangelism. Okay. Asempa Thelma says, help the less privileged or the needy. Simon Gundi says, to be able to cure stupidity, the sickness Jesus Christ couldn't cure for us. Who says Jesus Christ couldn't cure that for us?
And then let's go to Arthur, who says teach, and Lawrence Jr. also says he would teach for free. Ivan Mensah says free governmental tutorials to the NPP government because they are not seeing top.